Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to The Sound of Searching. Today we're going to be talking about loneliness. Feeling lonely can kind of suck, but it can also be pretty amazing. Oftentimes loneliness happens when we aren't content with ourselves. Something or someone brings about that realization that you're just not happy. And we seem to think that it's not okay to be alone, when in fact it can be one of the greatest things for you. So maybe you've stumbled upon this video and you've been searching for a way to feel less lonely because you see all your friends in happy relationships, or maybe you just recently lost a loved one that you were super close to. Maybe you just can't seem to connect with anyone, and I'm an INFJ, so for those of you that know what that means, I was outcasted from birth. So I know what it's like to be lonely, even when I'm not alone. But hopefully I can share with you a few things that have helped me through this season of loneliness and help you feel inspired and content and like you are so valuable, because you are. So the number one thing to keep in mind when you're feeling lonely is that this is temporary. Everyone feels this way from time to time. Even the most extroverted, ecstatic, friendliest of people can feel lonely. You're not alone in feeling alone. Recognize it's not going to be forever, because once you accept that, you're able to go through this season and come out on the other side even stronger. Learning to be content in this season of loneliness is probably one of the greatest things you can take away from it. You're going to feel more confident, you'll feel empowered, you'll feel more excited to go out and explore all that the world has to offer. You'll probably start believing in yourself a lot more, with your ability to do things that suddenly come up, or to handle things, to find answers to questions that you had, or even to just try new things. And this time will allow you to pursue what it is that you really love to do. It's okay to be alone. So don't feel ashamed in feeling lonely. If you're feeling it, go and tell someone. You never know how helpful it can be to just acknowledge those feelings. And plus, I'm sure you have family and friends out there who love you so much. And they just need to know that you need them. So go and tell them. Just say, hey, I've been feeling down. Can you spend some time with me this weekend? Do you want to have a FaceTime phone call? The only way they're going to be able to be there for you is if you allow them in and you trust them and you let yourself be vulnerable. And honestly, it's in these seasons that are difficult that you form the greatest of friendships. You start to lean on each other and you learn from each other and grow through this season of life. So embrace this. Embrace the challenge of being alone, so that you can help others who are facing the same struggle. And okay, I know this isn't going to be the greatest option for everyone, so do this at your own decision. I like to dive into a season of listening to sad songs on Spotify. Music tends to have a way of tapping into our loneliness and meeting us in our loneliest hour. So in this kind of season, I allow myself to just cry. And if you've ever had a good cry, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say you will feel so much better. Because if you embrace the intensity of those tears and that moment, you can let it all out, let the chord strike you, and then when that song ends, release it. Stop the sad playlist and click the happy one, because now it's time to move on past it and listen to some happy songs on Spotify. And embrace those emotions and embrace the intensity of that moment instead. So if you want to try it, I recommend it. It absolutely helps me, and even just on a morning when I'm feeling sad or lethargic and just have no energy, I put on a happy playlist, and you'll be amazed at how your smile will turn up and you'll just feel more excited to do things. Okay. Guys, I cannot stress enough that you need to stop sitting in your loneliness. Stop dwelling on it. And I see you. You're sitting on your bed, you're sulking, you're questioning, why am I feeling so bleh? Like, why am I just a mess? Well, hello. First off, you need to get up. You gotta go brush your teeth and wash the face. You don't want all that acne adding to it with feeling gross. Ladies, if you want to put on some mascara, go for it. Whatever. But just don't even pick that waterproof one, okay? You're not going to be crying today. You don't need waterproof. It's a difficult, painful thing to do, taking it off at the end of the day when it's waterproof. Just don't do it. Now that you're up and ready and you're going somewhere, where are you going? What can you get done today that's going to take a weight off your mind? What's on that to-do list? What's been, in the back of your mind as something you can put into action? Are you going to call a friend? Are you going to hang out? Are you going to maybe clean out some boxes in the garage that you've been neglecting? And it's not like I have that to do. Yeah. Did you look up a place you can volunteer at? Because that's fun. It's always a great way to go and meet new people and just get out of your box and, make some friends. Maybe? I don't know. Alright. So now that you're busy, you're doing volunteer work and things, it's time to start thinking a little more long-term with your life. Start making future plans. Make plans a month from now, and give yourself something to look forward to. If you always tell your friend, yeah, we should do that someday. We should hang out. We should go hiking. We should go do our nails because the salons are closed. I don't know. If you've told a friend you were going to go to the beach, you were going to grab a bite to eat, actually go and do it. And speaking of all my friends I've told those things to as we've been in quarantine, I'm going to try and live up to that promise of us hanging out someday as I remember and recall that I've made those mentions to you. My bad. So a little tip with that, I have found it very helpful to just make a little note somewhere, whether it's like texting myself, making a little journal note, or even just setting a reminder on my phone that I had mentioned I wanted to go grab a bite to eat with my friend. And I will look at that note later when I'm not busy and actually be more intentional about all those plans. Or even when you're wondering what to do, you can go look back at that journal or those notes that you've made and say, I wanted to hang out with so-and-so and go to the beach, and actually make a date for it. Instead of just saying something and never following through. Be a good friend. So just keep a note of all those commitments that you make in conversation. Not only is it going to build your friendship, it's actually going to inspire you to get out and do things, because you're going to have a list right in front of you of ideas and stuff you want to do. It's pretty helpful. Start living life again. Just start being in a relationship with yourself and get out there and have fun. So another thing you can do, like you've probably heard time and time again, is to start thinking about your hobbies. Do you even have one? Like, did you ever pick one? Do you remember what those are? Do you have projects you want to work on? Just pick a project and do it. Make it into a fun activity and invite a friend or somebody to come and help you. And if you actually pick a hobby or pick a challenge for yourself, like to learn something new, stick through it. Follow through. You will feel so much better about yourself having tried and accomplished it. And you'll probably want to keep doing more, or maybe you'll find your new hobby or a new passion. And what better thing to throw yourself into if you find out you love it? Picking a hobby itself allows you to learn the art of perseverance and commitment to something. So if you just don't like a hobby in general, or if you're not that kind of person, at least make a commitment to yourself to get to know yourself. Because that perspective is going to change your whole outlook on life and learning new things. The more you learn about yourself, the more you learn to love yourself, and the better you are at knowing how to make yourself happy. Often when times get hard, we just tend to clam up, retreat, and give up. And that's not the way to live. You are so much more than that. You are worth so much more than that. So don't give up on yourself when things get hard, okay? A couple of things that I've seen people do is, even on searching on YouTube, stuff to try. Some people have reconnected with their heritage by diving into learning their language. And it's crazy. They'll do a full intensive month of just learning it, committing to it, and they actually do pretty well. Or another thing you could try to do, and one of my old coworkers is actually doing this right now, and they are learning to roller skate, and she's been tracking her progress like day by day, and it's been so awesome to see. And I know she doesn't know it, but she's inspired me to set challenges for myself to learn new things, and even to just explore more of myself and possibly set my own 365-day challenge. So if you want to get inspired, just go on YouTube and look up new things to try. You might find something that you actually are interested in doing. And of course, start taking better care of yourself. You are important. You are amazing. You are wonderful. You deserve some time and some dedication to nurturing yourself. So it's okay to say you love essential oils and you want to buy the eye cream that you keep claiming is, too expensive. If your eyes bother you, get the eye cream. Don't go crazy, because obviously we probably all have a low budget and we have to be mindful of that. But it's okay. If it's something you've been wanting for a while, I say go for it. And if you want to spend that extra minute in the shower just sitting in the steam and the aroma of the shampoo that you love and you've used forever, I say do it. Because you deserve it. If that's how you wind down, if that's how you love to spend your showers and your days and your nights, just basking in the steam of a shower, it's wonderful. Or, if reading is the way you wind down, do that too. Just go for a walk, get some fresh air, go sit at the park and read a book, if you're allowed to do that. You know exactly what you've been denying yourself forever that you know is something you love. So ponder that and maybe consider making an investment, because they're worth investing in. So now here's the real truth of all of this loneliness talk. Loneliness makes you face the things that you've been ignoring. I'm going to say that again. Loneliness makes us face the things that we've been ignoring. There's nothing to distract us. All the focus and the energy is on yourself. It's just all you. And you are the one responsible for making yourself happy. And that can be kind of difficult when you've been used to other people doing it for you. Trust me, I know. If this season in your life was designed to teach you something, be the best student you can possibly be. Learn. And then go and help somebody else that you know feels lonely. I like to think that each and every moment of our lives happened so that we will be able to help those that have come after us. It's honestly why I started this channel. I know I'm not the only one that struggles with loneliness. And this is a season, because I've found a season of joy and of contentment. And you can too. So remember, you're not alone in your loneliness, and it's not going to last forever. I know this isn't easy, and there's days when I'm still learning how to do this right, and I'm there with you. And we're going to get through it together. Loneliness is like low self-esteem. I lacked confidence in myself. I didn't believe I was worthy of anything, putting time into myself. I constantly lived in the shadows of life and making sure everyone else was okay. I didn't want to be a burden. So when I was sad, I was just, woe is me. It's not worth thinking about. So I didn't share my problems or my feelings, and I forgot about me. And in doing so, I taught other people to do the same. So they forgot about me. At least that's how I felt. All this worthiness and all this emptiness that I felt went back to confidence. I didn't feel worthy. I didn't feel valued. I didn't feel like my presence in my friendships mattered. I didn't feel like my presence mattered at work. Like I even made a difference in being there. And that was a complete lie. Because you know what? I am worthy. I am valuable. My presence matters. I can make an impact. And you know what's even cooler? I got closer with God. Because God is there with you in your loneliness. You will feel Him more than ever. These past few years in my life were so rough. There were so many nights that I would cry the minute I sat in my car on my drive home from work. I just felt all this pressure to make myself feel happy again after all the things I was dealing with finally made me hit rock bottom. But the pressure wasn't just on me to be happy. I had to break down. Eventually I broke down so much that I began to surrender. Loneliness humbled me. And God wrapped me up in His arms when I couldn't take it. And He reminded me that I wasn't alone, that I'm never alone. And that in my brokenness, my own thoughts, and all of that emptiness, He was there filling it. In solitude, there is a blessing. Being alone humbled me and allowed me to focus on different things and in different areas of my life. And when I stepped into that loneliness, I was able to use it for good, to use it to grow, to spend time in the Word, to pray more, to rediscover who I belonged to, and that was God. So I just want you to remember that you are worthy, you are loved, you are so, so valuable, and people surround you, and they are there for you. I'm here for you. If you need somebody, just send me a message, because you're not alone. So, if you guys are feeling a little more inspired, and if you're inspired to click that thumbs up button, go ahead and do that. I hope that this has made your day a little bit brighter and you're feeling a big warm hug and excited to go and take on your singleness and your loneliness and whatever place you may be that brought you to this video. Be encouraged. You are loved. You are awesome. You are worthy. And you can take on anything. You are going to be okay. If you want to continue to follow me on The Sound of Searching, go ahead and click that subscribe button and click the bell icon so you get notified whenever I put out a new video. I talk about finding more of who I am as I journey through this life, searching for more of who I am. And if you want to follow the journey, I hope you can find more of who you are too. Go ahead and leave a comment down below on something you may be struggling with right now, or if you just want to send a big warm hug out to anyone that is feeling lonely that comes across this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day. Go and be a great student.